BoxingVoice.com, live with Seth Mitchell. Seth, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Just watched my boy Lamont put on a great performance, so I'm excited about it and I'm ready to celebrate.
Now, I know you and the Petersons have been close for a while. I mean, he's coming off a long layoff and he looked very impressive tonight, man. I mean, how much motivations did that give you?
Oh, man, I was sitting in the crowd, man, saying I'm ready to go to the gym right now, man. Like, as you know, I was supposed to fight last week, and my opponent, he broke his thumb, I believe, and they postponed my fight. But it definitely got me amped up in the crowd, and I'm ready to get back in there and perform and put on a show like he did.
Speaking of your opponent, Jonathan Banks, we all know, he hurt his thumb, but there was another heavyweight calling you out, and it seems like you came and you accepted that challenge, and then he just disappeared. Bryant Jennings seemed to call you out as soon as he seen that there was an opportunity for him. I hear that your team responded, and he was nowhere to be found. You want to touch on that?
I mean, it's pretty much what you said. He called me out. I accepted his challenge. I definitely, would have fought. I know he's taken fights on short notice before. I had went through a hard training camp. It wasn't like, they had totally different styles. They were the same height, pretty much the same weight. So I was ready to fight. I told him I can't make it happen. For one reason or the other, it didn't go down. So, we just go back to the drawing board and get ready for the next opponent.
How frustrating was it for you to go through that training camp? I mean, I know there was some built-in frustration because of the loss, and you wanted to get your revenge. Then at the last minute to hear that your opponent pulls out, I mean, what type of mindset is a fighter in at that point?
I was a full tilt. I was ready to go. I actually was walking into the gym for my last day of sparring, before the fight when I got the information that he might, not be able to fight because he hurt his hand. So it was disappointing. At the same time, it happens in boxing. And so I try not to let it frustrate me too much, but I was very disappointed because I wanted to get back in there and, get that back.
Now, I called you a very brave man because, wanting to get that revenge, wanting to get into a fight again with Jonathan Banks right after the loss. Were you thinking what would happen if you lost one more time to him back to back?
I mean, it's high stakes. I knew it was high stakes going in there, fighting him. It's one thing to take a loss, take two losses back to back, but to take two losses back to back to the same person is definitely not good. But I believe in myself. I learned a lot from the fight, and I wasn't getting outclassed in the fight. I was dominating the fight until, I got knocked down. I went back, reviewed the tape, and saw a lot of mistakes that I was making. We just went back to the drawing board, clear up those things, and I'll be surprised if I lose to Jonathan Banks again.
After reviewing the tape, what did you see was your biggest mistake?
Technique, reaching, lunging, things of that nature. Those are things you can't do, especially with the counterpunching. He'll definitely make you pay, and that's what he did. A lot of people say he caught me with a lucky shot, and I said no, he didn't. He did what he was supposed to do. If I go in there and continue to reach and lunge, the same thing could possibly happen. And that's just stuff we've been working on. So I'm very confident about my abilities in the rematch.
There's no lying or denying that. Confidence you definitely have. So looking ahead, if Jonathan Banks, because the rumor is that he's not interested in the rematch because of, the thumb injury, if he doesn't sign, what's next for Mr. Mayhem?
I have to talk to my team. We haven't even got that far in discussions right now. The only thing that's on my mind is Jonathan Banks. I want that back. It's definitely made me a better fighter, and hell, if he's confident in his abilities, do it again. That's what I say, do it again. So we want Jonathan Banks right now.
So last but not least, we haven't seen the best of Seth Mayhem Mitchell, have we?
Not at all. I'm growing up in front of America's eyes. This fight right here, I definitely learned a lot, but I'm not one to talk, so I got to get back in the ring and show you what I've learned. That's why I'm so excited.
Thank you very much.